Oh, what happened this week in Drip? Are things going to get delayed? Is it going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? Welcome back to the channel where we build financial power. My name is Matt. I am not crapping on Forex, by the way. And the other person on the other end of this is
Potter.
We here build financial power. We've been diving into the world of DeFi and documenting our journey. One of the platforms that we believe in, but we think would be horrible for you to get into, because this is not financial advice, is Drip, the Drip community. Forex Shark is the person that made it. He's in the process of releasing the Animal Farm. And there's so much friggin' excitement and hyping. And I'll be flat out honest with you. A lot of videos out there that are saying to the moon, which, hey, objectively, there's a lot going on in the Drip world and the Animal Farm world. Of all the times, Potter, of all the times, this is one of the times where Maddie here believes there's a little bit of hype. But even in the down times, people are like, to the moon, man, to the moon. And of course, they're saying it now. But we like to take the other side of the approach, and we like to go objective. So,
what's up with the socks?
I was deadlifting before this. I don't want to scrape up the shins. I was working out before this.
Ladies, Potter, that was for you.
Potter, how are you feeling about what's happening in the community?
I'm good. As Matt has already said, this is not financial advice. Drip is a platform that allows you to have, not references. What do we call it? Referrals. And we're not really even doing that. We're not trying to endorse it. We're working with it, and I've retired off of it. But
I do think it's a good platform.
I'm sorry.
I said I sound like I was crapping all over. I do think it's a good platform. I think it's probably one of the best cryptos that I've ever been interested in, or I've ever been introduced to, because of how it operates like a CD. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I felt like what you were saying before supports what you just said. I didn't think that you said anything negative.
Yeah.
And so as we document our path, Drip is just a mainstay. And now it's not just Drip. A lot of you might be new to understanding who is Forex Shark. And we hope to add some light to our experience with him using data, not, rah-rah or anything that's not factual.
Correct.
If you go back in our videos, you're going to see days where we were highly frustrated and skeptical.
Absolutely.
And you're going to see that even during those times, we still looked at the data to see, hey, is it working? And so with that, let's go into the week.
And I think that's where we get that from. If you ever feel that on me, it's because as a consumer, as trying to learn, I do run across people that are fanboys of Drip, and no shade. If you're a fanboy, I get it. Like, you do you. But I appreciate the channels that come at it with, objective information. And that's what we're all about here. So let's dive into it. What the heck happened this week? There were some announcements and whatnot from Forex.
Yeah.
He did finally have, I believe, at least 2 influencers make their ads. So the pre-roll ads on YouTube, he had calls to action in them, and it was cool to actually see it. I've heard it talked about a lot. So
as a YouTube person, what does that mean? What does that mean, having influencers? How does that help?
So influencer marketing is something that is definitely slept on. And I think big media, big Fortune 500 companies, I think that anyone that is intelligent is using influencer marketing, because you look at YouTube and you look at social media as a whole with TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. Okay. There is so much consumption going on there. So to use the people that are popular there, to use the people that have an audience, that have a reach, use those people instead of ABC News or whoever to advertise, where you're spending $3 million on an ad that maybe your grandmother and Aunt Rita is watching. No shade to them, but I don't think they're consumers in the DeFi world. I could
Sorry,
be wrong.
Rita.
I could be wrong. Rita, you might be crushing it. Okay. Get that bag, girl. But what I'm saying is, if you aren't utilizing influencer marketing, you are slipping. And it is an economy for, so there's something called the creator economy. And it is no joke. So for companies to be able to go and utilize that as marketing, it's huge. So I say call to action and whatnot. The two creators that I saw, they have large followings. It seemed like they made pretty good ads. The ads themselves had a call to action. They presented the actual problem solution. So it's good to see something actually being done. I've heard about it quite a bit, and it's just good to see. Good to see.
And what a lot of new people who are coming, just starting to meet, Forex Shark. Oh, by the way, happy 10-4, good buddy. Just
What?
it's 10-4. It's 10-4.
Oh, it's 10-4 today. See, they don't know that. It's 10-6 there. They don't know what's happening.
I mean, happy 10-6.
7. See, oh Lord, it's 10.
Hey, you know what? Because we keep it real, we're not going to edit that out. Or maybe because we're too lazy and we don't want to go back and edit it out.
If you never noticed, these shows are never edited. We want
Allegedly. So I interrupted you, and then the 10-4 thing. Me and
absolutely.
And
Absolutely. So we were just speaking to the influencer marketing, the ads. So the two ads were done that
came through. So what Forex had initially was himself and another developer, and they did all of the marketing. They made the deals, they did development, and it was freaking a horrible show. Like, so many bad things would happen because with just two people, you can't do it. Now, when Forex rolled out the Animal Farm initially, V1, it was a raging success, but then somebody took advantage of it, and so he kind of took it offline for a while. That really got him into a lot of, for the first time, bad chatter.
Yeah.
But what he did do is, some of the people were very vocal about, you need a marketing person, you need this, and Forex Shark has built his ecosystem using qualified, good people who are doxed. Doxed means that they're known to people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not going with all doxed crew, right? And so that is helping to add validity to it. He talked about one of his AMAs, alluded to it, that he's expecting that, auditing will become a component of this. So they didn't build compliance into the ecosystem specifically, but he did gear it so that if somebody comes in and says, "Oh yeah, what'd you do here? And what does that mean? And how are you not providing the coverage for the people who are supporting this platform?" He's got it all. And that's just so unique. So when I see him going to all of these platforms, I don't understand what I'm talking about right now, to all of these people, and the price of AFP holds or goes up, knowing that you're going to get some bad actors who are just in there for profit, who just want to run it up and run it down.
Right.
I've never seen that as a drip ecosystem person. To me, it's just been like, hey, I'm going to be on such and such, and nothing happens. Nothing moves. It doesn't go up. It doesn't go down. It's like, why did you even announce this? It's the same people that are invested initially. You're not getting new capital, but now it seems like, because of the stuff that you're talking about, what he's invested in with the chief marketing officer, that the fresh capital seems to be there. That's just an assumption, though.
Yeah. Well, and you're right. For people that are just tuning in, there's like, what is going on with Animal Farm and Drip and this and that? So when Drip was the first platform that I got into, and it was back in December of last year. And one thing that had me real twisted was the understanding of utility. So let's just take let's just take a normal stock, okay? Let's just take Apple, all right? Everybody knows Apple, oh, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. Well, their company has utility in their products. You know, you get the iPhone that does all the things, right? That has
Yep.
utility, right? Well, with drip for such a long time, I was like, well, wait a minute. What's the utility? I did not understand the concept of basically investing in a startup. You're basically investing for future utility. And honestly, Potter, for a long time, I still, even when the Animal Farm was on and all that, and you're like, yeah, woo, I still didn't understand the long term, the long tail, or the long vision that he had of Animal Farm being the utility for drip. And then once I realized that, I was like, well,
Yeah.
now I get it. Now I get it. There's that future utility. So if you are confused about the Animal Farm and drip and all that, and what's the importance, drip's the only cool thing, there's utility in Animal Farm. That's why I actually give a crap now.
So how did you get your arms around? Because a lot of people who would find this, they would go, what do you mean utility? Like, utility means, hey, there's a use for it, and the ecosystem is more than just, hey, a Ponzi where you can only get bigger if more people put more money in.
Correct.
It's literally only that. You get in first, you get a lot of the money. You get in later, you don't get anything. So
Correct.
how did you transform from what is utility to you?
Yeah. So, and when it came to utility, it was like, well, McDonald's has utility because you can drive through it and get a burger. They got a physical product, right? In my head, it was like, that's the utility. With Apple, they got a phone that you dial stuff. So in my head, it was very much like, what's the utility of the physical product that this company has? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. What about Zoom? What about the company Zoom? Because I use it all the time for my clients, and I have an app that I run my clients through. That's not really a physical thing you can touch. Like, Zoom is not a physical thing you can touch. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold a second. Digital products, ultimately. This is a digital service, is what Zoom is. So that's when my head was like, oh, so utility is not just, look at this cup. This is what a great cup. It works. Right. So that's where my head went to that. And then I was like, okay, so you're talking about scratchies, which I know we've talked about that a little bit, but that is a digital product. That is and then you talk about with the Animal Farm, you're buying into the actual protocol itself, and then Animal Farm is using the token drip as its currency, basically. All of those things started, right? Like all those things started to click that one is using the other. They both are leaning on each other because face value, if drip did not have utility, you're 100% right. It's run off Ponzi-nomics. But now that it has that utility, it seems to be a legitimate thing, and it's pretty trippy.
So. Right. And Forex initially was trying to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to take all this business for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me partner with someone and let's do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Let's you build the farm aspect. We'll get that running, and then that can help provide what's needed for the drip infrastructure.
Wait, and who was that? Was that BB?
No, it was just Forex just trying to do it with different partners. So the first one I believe was with B, and they failed, and then we had another one, WWF, and they failed.
Okay.
And then we're supposed to have the final one where he was like, you know what, I'm going to do this myself. Okay. And so now he decided, not only am I going to rebuild this architecture, I'm going to make it so that the people own it. The people who invest in it are the owners. That's not something that's done. And if you take a look, if you know anything about PancakeSwap, how valuable would it have been to be at PancakeSwap when it first opened?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Is it worth a lot now? To people who got in early, right? Sure. Because they have more than enough, right? So it's he decided to say, why should just those developers get it? Yes, they developed a product,
right?
But shouldn't you share it with your investors? And so he not only, since other people didn't build their systems, he not only said no to them, he built it for himself.
Yeah.
And now that allowed him to build the mechanisms that do allow the ecosystem to also feed the drip ecosystem, not sustain it, but feed it.
Yeah.
And some of the good things that he said is, I'm not building another drip, right?
Good.
And we know that piggy bank is kind of like drip 2.0. So when you talk, we got Scratchy and we got all these other games. Now we have that utility that you're talking about, and so much that we can't even play all the things that he's going to be doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is really big news. We only have like 2 weeks left. And it's not going to be like, yay, 2 weeks, we're going to go to the moon. It's just going to be like 2 weeks. Thank God it can finally start.
Yes, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree. So there you go. That's what's happened this week. That's a little snapshot of why the heck it matters. And also Matt's perspective after being optimistically skeptical as hell for nearly a year.
It was hard on me, folks, but I kept the faith that he would see the light.
I told this woman from day one, I was like, oh yeah, I will give this a shot, absolutely, but I'm going to be honest the whole damn way. And that's what you're going to get on this show. That's what you're going to get on this freaking show. So, if you're liking it, let us know. If you think we suck, let us know too. We're going to
let him know. I don't want to know that.
Let us know. I'll be looking for it. But good thing is, we're going to, whether you crap on us or love us, we're going to do it regardless. Potter, you got anything in closing?
Nope, you're awesome.
I'm good for something. Builders, keep building.
Keep on.
You're awesome too, girl. Here we go.
Love that song.